Weed barrier. How to put down weed barrier. Well, you need a roll of weed barrier. You need some of these little hooks like this. And you need a space where you've pulled up the weeds and the grass already. So, we're going to lay down the weed barrier, and then we're going to put a fresh layer of dirt on it. And I'm going to show you a trick because this garden doesn't have any plants in it. But if I knew where I wanted plants to be, I'm going to show you a trick of how you would make a hole in your weed barrier for your plant without having to cut your weed barrier in strips. Now, one thing that you want to remember is when you're laying your weed barrier down is you want to overlap seams. You don't want seams butted up to each other. You want to overlap them. I overlap them a couple of inches because the weeds don't have, they can't get weaved through as well if it's overlapped. We're going to start all the way against the fence. We're going to tuck it up underneath the fence just a little bit. The fence is probably about 3 or 4 inches wide. That way grass and weeds don't come up under the fence. So we don't want to butt it right up to the fence. We want to stick it up underneath the edge of the fence. And then out here on this part by the grass, I'm going to be putting bricks. So I'm going to bring the weed barrier all the way, and then I'm going to set the brick down on top of it. Okay? Trick to tuck in the weed barrier up underneath the fence. This is a little shiv, right? So we're going to be careful not to poke a hole in the paper, but we're going to take it and we're just going to kind of feed it up underneath the fence. See how nice it fed that right up underneath that fence? We're going to take the clips, we're going to stick them in the ground back there along the fence. You can put as many as you want. For right now, I'm just going to put one on each corner. Okay. Now we're just going to take a regular pair of scissors or gardening shears, whatever. Whoops. Just take a regular pair of scissors, a regular pair of gardening shears, and we're simply just going to cut it. It cuts very easily. It's like cutting pattern paper for a dress. I'm not going to worry about putting the stakes on this end because I'm going to put the rocks on top of it. save on the clips, I'm going to pull this clip out and I'm going to put it on top of this one. I've overlapped it about 3 inches. Put the stake right back down in there. Around the pole, we can just tear it. Won't tear. Gotta have scissors. Around the pole, we're just going to cut a little slit. Cut a little slit. Tuck it up underneath the fence. Here the fence wasn't as close to the ground, so I could literally just stick my hand under it and push the edge up underneath it. I have a sprinkler here. What we're going to do, we're just going to cut a straight slit where the sprinkler's at. Lift up the concrete thing. We're going to put a clip on this end. Then by the bird bath, we can either pick the bird bath up and move it, but in this case what we're going to do is we're just going to cut a slit and put it around the bird bath. And I'm just literally going to put it around there. I'll cut out the excess and it'll fit right around the bird bath nicely.
Thanks for joining us here today at Fluttering Dreams Butterfly Ranch, where we're trying to make your weed barrier easier. Please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thanks.